What's up, guys? Welcome to Uni Martial Arts. My name is Mark.
And I'm Chris.
And today, instead of debating, we're going to be rather brainstorming on safe ways to practice martial arts and how to prevent common injuries that can occur to you. So first off, out of 10, how important do you think practicing safely is, I guess?
Well, I think it should be a 10 because safety comes first in pretty much everything, I would think.
Yeah, before we really get into it, martial arts is, such a long journey that potentially could never end. So you want to be able to train as long as you can, and in order to do that, you got to take care of your body. So I guess the first thing that we could talk about is stretching, and it's something that a lot of people neglect because they feel as long as their body's warm or their body is so used to it that they don't need to stretch anymore. That my leg is this flexible, so I don't ever have to stretch ever again. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's similar to working out and lifting weights. A lot of people, I myself, like to skip stretching, but I do it at the end. But what I've learned is that you're supposed to do it before you start working out, during your workout, and afterwards.
Yeah. So first and foremost, obviously you want to warm up your body. And so by warming up your body, I guess you can kind of do the motion itself. If we're talking strictly with martial arts, a lot of times what I like to do with my students is we'll shadow spar. So we'll go about 40 to 50% of not really fully executing the moves, just trying to get our bodies sweating and getting our energy up there. So once you establish
blood
that,
flowing.
yeah, that.
Well, I mean, it warms up the body, right? So.
Yeah. So once you establish that, then I let them go into their own stretches. Now, during the weekly classes, what we'll do is we'll have a stretch that I'll lead, so I'll make sure everyone is getting the equal amount of stretching. And then again, you'll have people that will primarily stick to certain stretches, and their stretches may not look like the other person's, right? So on the sparring days, after we get our blood more warmed up, pumped up,
yeah, circulating
circulating
throughout the body.
After that happens, then they stretch what they feel they need to work on the most. And then again, there is a cool down stretch afterwards, which I think is very important as well. And especially me, I've been training for quite a while now, and I used to stretch very heavily in the beginning and never stretch afterwards. And every night on my way home, my leg, especially my legs, they would just ache. My hips would just feel destroyed. Obviously I did gain flexibility, but now, in my later years of training, I'm starting to feel it. And I'm only 23 years old, so for me to say that I'm feeling, that wear and tear, obviously that I gotta pay a little bit more emphasis on the stretching. So,
and when we say stretching, it's not like a 2-minute stretch. It's like you need at least 10 minutes. That would be a good stretch.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Our stretches go anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes. Because again, it's not just the technique when you're training martial arts, it's learning how to have longevity in training, how to be able to reduce the wear and tear, because it is a combat sport, so you're gonna get your bumps and bruises, but if you can prevent those other injuries, like having to get like a hip replacement or straining a certain muscle, if you can prevent that before training, I mean, it's something that can go a very, very long way. You hurt yourself, you're out, let's say a month, that's a month of training that you just lost. So.
Yeah, and if your injury is really bad, it could end your martial arts career.
Yeah,
right
for
there.
sure. For sure. It's game over for you, man. You mess up your body the wrong way, it's game over, and there goes all your training. And a lot of times you'll actually see it because I guess it's a balance, and it's going to be the next thing that I want to talk about. But a lot of the older instructors now, they really need their assistant instructors because their body is unable to move the way it used to. So they can't show the simple things of a roundhouse kick or a frontal kick because their body is just aging. And of course it happens to everyone regardless how well you can protect your body. But again, you want to work on the longevity of your martial arts career as much as possible.
Yeah.
So the next thing that I want to touch base on is the safe practice in training. So we talked about obviously the before the training, but in the actual training, a couple safe practices. So for one, there's this whole, not stigma, there's this whole, I guess, appearance that to be like a really strong martial artist, you gotta train hardcore, like in movies. Like, you gotta like punch walls, and you gotta yeah, you gotta break your legs, and like all that hard stuff in order to be a legitimate.
Punch windows. Do you remember that scene?
Oh, from where?
In Karate Kid, at the end of the tournament.
The first one?
I don't know if it was the first one or the second one, but like I think it was the other guy, one that lost. The one with the bandana. Wait, no, they just both had bandanas, but he ended up punching like a window, a car window, and he lost or something.
Well, yeah, don't do that.
That's
Don't.
hardcore.
Yeah. So yeah, again, longevity. When you're actually training, obviously have proper equipment. If you're sparring, unless you're doing like a shadow spar, we can control. Even in shadow sparring, depending on the way you guys train, I do highly suggest strapping up, like shin pads, gloves, hand wraps for sure. When you're boxing or anything with gloves, don't neglect that, guys. I've seen so many people mess up their hands, not only just in my class, but in general, because they skip the hand wrapping process. It's there for a reason. But
yeah, I was punching a bag yesterday, and like my pinky is still a little sore.
yeah, there's a good example. We've had people fracture their hands because they've punched the wrong way and their hands weren't supported enough. So again, it goes a long way if you take the time to train not only safely but correctly. And I guess another way to prevent those injuries is, be smart. I don't know how else I can put that, but just be smart. Like don't spar bare knuckle. Don't forget to wear a helmet. Wear a mouth guard. There's all those small things that will go a long way. Take care of your partner. This is also another big thing, especially for in collegiate drills or even in like jiu-jitsu drills. A lot of the training that you do is partner based. So
yeah, it's training. It's not like
you're not trying to kill the person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so like check your ego at the door. You're not here to prove that you're the biggest and baddest dude. Like you're here to train, and hopefully the environment that you train in is one that's welcoming and one that's trying to improve the state of everyone and not just yourself. So you put someone into a choke, you put someone into a lock, obviously it's gonna hurt. So rather than like trying to pop their head off, when they tap, let go. Be in a controlled environment. That's why it's called sparring, or you're rolling for training. You're not competing where you can, push a little harder. And even competing has its boundaries and its limits. So I guess that's the next thing that we should get into is competing and how to prevent injuries in that, or I guess how to put competing in the league of longevity. So what do you think about?
In terms of competing, in competing, well, we pretty much cover like the protection side of things.
Yeah.
So I guess, so you mean like sparring, competing?
Yeah, full contact, point sparring, submission wrestling, all that good stuff.
Just make sure get your ass kicked.
Rule number 1: defend yourself at all times.
Yeah, I mean, when you're competing in a tournament, it's like a different feeling. Like I don't know how many people do it a lot. Like it could be your first time, so it could be like really stressful. And when you get in the ring with someone, you might like freeze up, and you don't want that to happen. Or else, let's say you're doing boxing and you get like knocked in the face. So I guess protect yourself. Keep your nerves up or down. Is it up or down?
Down.
Keep your nerves down.
Yeah. So
don't let it mess with your head.
Yeah, obviously you want to put in the rounds prior to so that you're as comfortable as possible, but you also got to have the right mindset for it. You got to remember that you're going into a competition, into something that's a combat sport. It's full contact or semi-contact, but the fact of the matter is you're going to be put in front of someone that wants to kick off your head, that wants to knock you out. So understand what you're signing up for, and if that's not what you want, to be a martial artist, you don't have to fight. That's what I want to really put out there. So when we talk about longevity, one of my number one influences is Danny Nosano. He's like closer to, I believe, 80 now. That guy's lightning quick, and obviously he has wear and tear in his body, but man, tell me any other 80-year-old, even 70-year-old who moves as like fluid as that guy, and it's because he's all about that longevity. And I'm not too sure if he's competed in the past, but he's very, very strict on, you know, the control. So obviously he's not going to throw someone if there's no mats. He takes his time and makes sure that you're training the art and you're becoming the martial artist without having to, you know, kill each other every single day.
Is this the same guy who was Bruce Lee's student?
Yeah, that guy. He is like the greatest martial artist in the world today. I feel. If you guys don't feel like that, comment below who you think it is.
Well, he introduced Bruce Lee to nunchucks, so.
Yeah, and you know, he's up there in almost every art there is. It's unbelievable. Anyways, yeah, you don't need to be a fighter to be a martial artist. And I always stress my students that way. If it's your lifestyle in terms of, you know, earning because you are a fighter, that's fine with me. I mean, as long as you understand that it's a choice and that you know what you're getting yourself into. But with all my students, I make tournaments optional. I make competitions optional because, you know, for me, if there's no, like, nothing on the line in terms of being able to pay the bills and so on and so forth, trophies and awards don't go to the grave. They don't, like, at the end of the day, it's for a specific time, for a specific set of eyes. The most important thing is being able to take away lessons and to learn when you're inside the gym. And if you aren't training safely, if you aren't taking the steps to do so, you're not going to learn much because you won't be in the gym for that long, right? So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Do you have anything else that you want to touch base on?
No,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Train safe, be smart, and understand what you're getting yourself into when you are training in martial arts in general. So make sure you guys check out Chris's channel. I'll invade it soon enough. I know I said that in another video, but I'll be there soon. Make sure you check out our Technique Tuesdays and other talk show episodes. Until next time, guys, peace.